Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world or universe. I'm Vanya Silverton. I'm a master energy healer, and I am a teacher of embodiment and channeling and a whole heap of other courses and certifications and retreats. And today, on this very, very cold day in England, where I am feeling very freezing, we're going to just explore the mystic's journey, because in my world called the eclipse experience, we have three seasons: the mystic season, the temple season, and the creator season. And we are entering into the mystic season, and I want to explore the mystic's path with you, explore my path, explore some of the energetics that go behind it all, and how we can keep unlocking our being and our body to be more extraordinary vessels, so that we can play, deeper and more greater in this very gorgeous living matrix that we live in. I think there is the living matrix of the universe, and then there is some other matrices that go on, which we don't want to be, necessarily tangled up in. So, like, which world are we playing in, right? So this is all part of the mystic's path. So I very much look forward to sharing it with you and exploring it with you. So basically, in a nutshell, I am a mystic, and I have been a mystic professionally for a very long time. And it has been the most wildest and the most beautifulest occupation that I have ever had. And I think that is out there. I have gone and worked on generational trauma with people. I have removed curses, gone and spoke to the dead, the ancestors, opened up people to move up dimensional shifts. I have spoken to otherworldly beings, starseeds from other planets, helped people clear out their home, shift deep beliefs, incarnate their soul, awaken their higher self, activate their light body. It's been a wild, gorgeous adventure, teaching, working with thousands and thousands of people from all different cultures, from all different backgrounds, from all different religious backgrounds, from all different beliefs, from all different body types, illnesses, sexuality, spiritual direction, whatever you want to call it. Everybody has their own universe inside of them, and we all have our own way of connecting to the universe, right? And so the job of the mystic is to come in and work out where you're at, and then unlock you, awaken you, activate you, so that you can align more and more to the truth, right? So, which means that the role of the mystic is to keep evolving and awakening to more and more of the truth, right? So my path has also led me to work with athletes and royalty. It's made me travel the world and work in different countries. And my path as a mystic has also made me millions, almost going up to multiple millions in my business, because it is an extraordinary occupation. And I love this work. I love teaching people how to awaken their psychic senses and develop their intuition and learn to be clear channels, so that they can know and find and speak the truth and redirect and recreate life. Because that is the role of a mystic, right? A mystic, at the core of their being, knows the truth needs to exist. At the core of their being, they know they're here to keep awakening life to the truth, right? Truth of love and abundance and peace and whatever you want to call it, but to awaken life to truth, because truth is the highest frequency and truth sets us free. And the mystic has this ability to see through the illusions, to see through the things which are not true, to see through the things which mask, or through the manipulations. The mystic has this ability to see through where things are out of alignment, and also has the ability to be the visionary, to see where things need to go, where the direction needs to be. The mystic has this gorgeous ability to find the North Star, right? And communicate with the direction, the vision, the North Star, and find it for everybody else as well, so that they can be on their path. So it's a very beautiful, powerful occupation to have. And I'm so grateful for it, because not only has it given me an extraordinary life on many different levels, it's also kept pushing me to refine myself more and more and more, because it's actually my spiritual journey. The mystic is the one who is married to the divine universe. The mystic is the one that is here to alchemize everything that is not love into love. The mystic is the one to redirect life to stay on track. And so what's happening is that more and more people are stepping into their role and into their power of being a mystic, right? We all have this ability within us, and some of us have had many, many lives which have trained us and initiated us to hold this path with more ability, or more accuracy, or with more divine timings to allow this particular path to exist. Now, what happens for a lot of people, unfortunately, is that they know they are a mystic. They know they have these intuitive, psychic, visionary abilities. They know they are here to awaken life in a new way. They know they may have already gone on a path of healing themselves and healing their past and healing their generational stuff and their family stuff, so that they get clearer and clearer in who they are. But they never necessarily take the next step, right? Which is to bring it out into the world more. And the reason this happens is because sometimes we don't take our mystic abilities to the next level, right? The next level being as a professional or as a channel, or really just owning the magic of it and being like, actually, I am in this moment now the alchemist, the healer, the visionary, the leader, the one who can. We don't take that energy in each and every moment because we're kind of still stuck in these old patterns of keeping and holding our mystical abilities as a secret, as something that no one should really know, or feeling that we have all these mystical abilities within us, but it actually doesn't translate into life externally. So we kind of shut them down and we stop playing with our mystical abilities in life. And so I just want to take this little opportunity to just flip you over to the next level, because this whole journey is for us to keep growing and evolving. And many of us who are on the mystic path, we plateau, we get stuck somewhere, right? We either get stuck, exhausted from healing ourselves, and then like, I can't do this anymore. Or we kind of get stuck in feeling like we're a little bit disappointed and heartbroken that we can't really influence and impact life the way we want to, and we plateau. Or we start to just feel like the magnificence of who we are will never fully be incarnated in this world and in this time zone. So we kind of plateau and don't bother to take ourselves to the next level. And so I want to just let you know or encouraging you that you just need to keep growing and evolving. You just need to keep pushing yourself through the glass ceilings, which are blocking and stopping you from really awakening the gifts that you have inside of yourself. And you might be able to just spend a moment now reflecting on that. Like, what are the limiting beliefs I have? What are the disappointments I have? What are the heartbreaks I have, which are stopping me from allowing my deeply held innate gifts to awaken and blossom and go to the next level? You know, where am I holding the gifts of the mystic back and putting a hold on my business or stunting it? Where am I holding or keeping my gifts as a secret? And so therefore I'm not really truly sharing out to the world who I really am. Where am I not, have I given up on my magic that lives inside of me, and therefore I don't use it to really manifest or really create synchronicities and opportunities in my life, and I'm capping things. And I think it's really important, particularly what's going on in the collective consciousness now, where there's some heavier energies out there, some heavier situations, whether it is economically, socially, with war, other things that might create a heaviness. Because we're so sensitive as mystics, we misinterpret that heaviness as it capping us putting a ceiling on us blocking us. And therefore our disappointments or our hurts or they just seem to be bigger and stronger because we're just being capped, right? And so the danger is to feel this capping, right, of our energy and accept it, right? And we're like, that's just the way life is. I'll just get on and do the everyday. I'll just get on and be the mundane. I'll just get on and just be the one who just, just lives life but doesn't actually play with the magic and the mystery, and the miracles. And so the opportunity here is to say, actually, I'm beyond that. I'm beyond all the collective energy that's out there. I'm beyond my past. I am beyond my self doubt. I am beyond all that human part of me, right? And actually, I am a magical, mystical being. I'm a magical, mystical being that has a well of divinity within me. I'm a magical, mystical being that has a well of divinity within me, and it's all around me. And I choose to play in a whole other different dimension and a whole other different realm in this world, right? And in this, we start to play with new levels with ourselves. In this moment, we start to say, hey, the infinite potentiality, the infinite possibilities are closer now. I can play with them. I can feel the molecules, the atoms of life coming alive around me more. I've got some new energy to play with here, right? And you can feel that buzz again, right? Because the mystic lives off this buzz of energy, this buzz of life force, this buzz of prana. The mystic is the one that gets enlivened by life, that gets downloads of information that comes through, or inspiration that passes through. The mystic is the one that gets, messages from the trees or the crystals, or feels that this is in alignment or not in alignment and finds their path. The mystic is the one that is in deep communication with their soul, constantly communicating, trying to embody and remember the truth of their dharma and who they are and why they are here. The mystic is the one that is deeply held and guided by the universe. And that's the level we want to keep playing at more and more and more and more. So I want to kind of take this opportunity for us to kind of get into this field of the mystic, you as the mystic, and let's just let go of all that kind of heavier energy that might be capping you, that might be holding you back, right? That might be creating disappointments. And just let's transmute it, transform it, alchemize it so that you can contact the magic of who you are more and more and more with more ease. And you can contact the magic of this universe more and more with more ease. Because I feel the more of us that play in this energy realm or circuit or truth or world, the quicker the collective will start to grow and evolve. If we keep playing as the mystic in this other world, this other realm, which is very heavy, we're not going to go anywhere. We're just going to start to feel disempowered, discontent, frustrated, right? And our world will start to stop and shrink, and we'll start to feel like we're living a very slow journey to our death because the mystic is alive. There's an aliveness. The mystic doesn't stop growing. The physical body might stop growing, but the mystic's body, the energy body, the light body, the connection to love, the connection to the magic, it keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. So in this moment, take a deep breath, and I just invite you just to maybe just wipe old energy from you. You might just want to give yourself a shake and just shake off the heaviness of the collective consciousness from you, like give it a big release. You might want to just give yourself a bit of a shake. You might feel some old cords. Maybe there's some old relationships that are kind of just, capping your magic. There are some people that cap our magic, right? Certain relationships put us down. They don't believe, right? So we get our magic capped. So anywhere, relationships, cords, collective, where you feel your magic is being blocked, capped, trapped, let that all go. Give yourself a good shake. Just let this big vortex of light spin through you, shifting, clearing, cleansing. Feels better already. And let that vortex of light spin through you bigger and bigger and bigger, and just clear out your energy field. Because sometimes we just pick up a lot of our own worries and self-doubt, or other people's, non-magic opinions. Let that all go. And give yourself a big wriggle and let the old stuff go. And as the old starts to leave, I just invite you to feel all these new little light codes coming in, these little light particles coming in, this magical energy that you are. You might start to feel this magical light energy inside of you waking up, moving through you. And I just invite you, as all these magical little light codes zipping through you, they might feel them repairing or healing or activating or moving up and down your spine or activating your neural pathways in a new way. These are all the atoms of magic, right? The atoms of divinity, the atoms of life force, the atoms of potentiality, the atoms of creation. The mystic plays with these atoms. Imagine if your whole life you were just playing with these atoms of creation. You only could connect to yourself and find yourself through these atoms of creation, which were filled of gifts and talents and infinite potentiality. And simultaneously, you could only connect to the atoms that were around you that were also these creation atoms. And together, it kind of creates that God zone within us, right? And the mystic sits here with these atoms of creation, with these atoms of infinite potentiality. The mystic sits with these atoms of creation and it sits in the mystery of it all, like the unknown, which can be birthed, which can be manifested. But in it all, there is such a deep beauty and trust that these creation atoms are only going to create more beauty and more love and more joy and more abundance, that it just keeps the whole body fizzing with higher frequencies. It keeps the light body active, brighter, stronger, because you're learning to redefine yourself from these atoms of creation within you and around you. So hopefully you can feel them, like just feel these atoms, these light particles, these atoms of creation within you, around you, and just let it fizz and pop, refresh you. You might feel lots of them dancing, playing through you. And this is the aliveness of the mystic. There's a joy, there's a playfulness, there's a like, oh, okay, this is an interesting situation I'm in. What magic can I conjure up within me and around me to make the situation better? Right? Oh, this is a interesting dynamic with, can I conjure up more love here? Can I conjure up more energy? Can I conjure up, this is the energy of the mystic. It's learning to play with these atoms of creation in a way that is filled with moving them with intention, right? Moving them with intention, with the visions of who we are, or the manifestations of what we want to manifest. And this is why one of the most powerful lessons I can give you is that within the mystic is this knowing that words are power. Have you heard of mystical linguistics or something? It's saying that words are power. Every single word you say holds an energy, holds a frequency, holds a manifestation inside of it. And so one of the most powerful things of the mystic is her words, or his words, because he or she knows that my words, my intention, what I voice, what I manifest will get created, because I play at the level of these creation atoms. I play at the level of these creation atoms. And if I'm full of all these creation atoms and they're all around me and I can play with them all, then I better be very careful of where I direct energy. I better be very mindful of the words I use, or the intentions or the manifestations or my thoughts, because my thoughts and my mind and my words and my emotions direct these creation atoms. And it's either going to be for my benefit or my detriment, right? Because we play at that level. We're free to play at that level where we are the creators. And so the mystic is hyper aware that the body mind, the mind emotions, the voice needs to come from more and more and more pure and more aligned places, so that the creation atoms can be directed in the right way. And so this is part of mastery. The mystic masters themselves. The mystic masters their words. The mystic masters their thoughts. The mystic masters who they are. They master their vessel. They clean it. They cleanse it. They clean and cleanse their life. Get rid of all the people that are out of alignment, or the situations, or have to put up boundaries and so, because it's part of the deep cleansing of their life that they're constantly doing to keep the connection and relationship to these creation atoms super, super bright. And the less drama that the mystic has in their life, the clearer their thoughts, emotions, feelings are, that they can direct these creation atoms in the right way. And that's why mystics are extraordinary manifestors. That's why mystics have this really gorgeous ability to create something from the nothing. That's why mystics have a connection to the realm of miracles and magic. Yeah, it could appear like miracles happening and magic happening, but it's actually because they've become an energetic match for the beauty of that potentiality to come into existence. So yeah, it is a miracle. That's why mystics are amazing healers. They can get in there and they can use these creation atoms to release illness and release disease from the body, just create stuff and recreate health. That's why mystics are great intuitives, because they have this ability to communicate with all these little atoms, these molecules, these light particles, and they can communicate with them through the trees. They can connect to the light particles in the crystals or the stars, and then there's a transmission, a communication that takes place. And so it's a very beautiful space to exist within. It's very, very beautiful. So don't just, I guess my message to you is, don't get lost in the other world. Don't have your energy capped. Don't get in the turmoil of, I can't, or I'm disappointed, or all that stuff. You've got to start reconnecting back to these beautiful atoms of creation and know that you are there to dance with them and play with them and manifest from them and have intentions with them. Because this is where the mystic plays with her life or his life, right? So can we keep cultivating our mind and our vessel and our word? Can we keep clearing up our life, our wheel of life, so that we become a clearer channel, so that we become more potent with who we are and what we do? And so this is the energy of the mystic. This is the energy of the mystic. It's a potent path. And it's a component to becoming a creator or a co-creator. It's a component to becoming a great leader, because your energy is much more clearer. Your words are much more clearer. The visions can come through with much more clarity, right? It's a component to getting to know yourself, because you're operating at a place of more and more truth. So you're going to get to know yourself inside out beautifully and not get twisted in your masks or illusions or stories or all of that, because the mystic cannot play at those levels of mask, illusion, stories, limiting beliefs. Because if we are playing at that level, we're not playing with the clarity of these creation atoms, these light particles. We've tangled ourselves up in all this other gunk, right? So it just makes it more impossible to play at this level. And so it's a journey to keep unraveling ourselves and get clearer and clearer and clearer with our truth, so we can keep playing with these beautiful creation molecules. Because let me tell you one other little thing. There's all of this creation energy around us and within us. It's just there. It's like free energy, right? It's free energy. It's free substance. It's free. It's there. Nothing can destroy it or take it away. It's just whether we choose to tune into it and play with it. It's whether we choose to learn to direct it and move it. It's whether we choose to be awakened by it. It's whether we choose to let this creations energize our body. It's always there, always there. And that's why you see like deep yogic meditators, they do things like meditation, they do things like breath work, they do things like certain yogic stuff or Tai Chi or any of that, because what they're doing is they're learning to cultivate their body, to gather more and more prana, to gather more and more of these light particles, these creation atoms, so that we can embody them and that body. So play here, because then we get to really play at the level of manifestation. And that's really what the mystic does. The mystic has the entire universe through all these creation atoms, light particles within her and around her, the entire universe. And through that gets so much wisdom and so much truth. And through that keeps alchemizing and deleting all the untruths, so that there is more potency to move and direct energy for miracles, for manifestations, for more of a beautiful life. And that's why we need to cultivate the mystic within. So take a deep breath, drink all of this in. I know sometimes there's a lot of information, but hopefully, these words are transmissions. They're opening up parts of you. They're helping you to remember certain things. They're moving you into alignment. It's also very deeply healing. So you might feel old stuff shifting and moving, and you can come back and listen to this again and again and again as if you want. I love this work. It is so beautiful and so potent. So welcome to the mystic season in my world. It goes from January to April. I would what would I do? I would come along for a journey with me. And there is something for everyone. We have a free oracle training coming up in a couple of weeks. Jump on that. That's going to be amazing. Tomorrow we have the Millionaire Mystic, which is a very beautiful 3-part masterclass on really taking us to new levels. What I discussed here was like at a mystic, become the mystic, but actually we can become the millionaire mystic, right? And create beautiful wealth and prosperity from our work as a mystic, and really learning to claim that identity so that we can do, because a lot of the time the mystic is the one that keeps themselves in the secret, right? In hidden in the mystery, doing their thing in the background, right? But actually to become the millionaire mystic, we got to put ourselves forward into the forefront. So that's happening. And then we have a beautiful eclipse channel certification, which is it will shift and change you and make you channel and be the extraordinary speaker. But this is the level of the mystic where we really start to play with the atoms of reality. And then we have a new course coming up. I've been wanting to do this for a while. It's psychic self-defense, where we go in and have a look at how to release a lot of negative stuff like curses and darker stuff and things like that, which the mystic's role is definitely a part to start to alchemize all that stuff, because we're very sensitive people. We're very empathetic. We sometimes pick up energy that isn't ours, and we need to know how to deal with it. So that's going to be a very powerful course for a lot of people. And then we've got a free live event not free, actually, it's not free, but there is a live event called Soul Brilliance in March in London. And we're going to be doing the Soul Star Oracle cards. And where are my cards? Oh, I had them. Oh, I should have brought them. Where did I keep them? We'll be doing some Soul Star, here they are. Soul Star Oracle card reading as well, with these beautiful cards. So that will be on the Soul Brilliance course coming up in London. These cards, which I designed, they're just really beautiful cards for conscious creation. So they're that was the card that flipped up, which is interesting. Was the one that was left out of the book, to do with the whole conversation we had around, or which matrix are we playing in, right? Which institution are you locked into, which is stopping you from knowing the deeper magic within you? Which lot of belief systems are you locked into, which is stopping you from really playing with these fields of creation atoms? So that's interesting that came out. So that's the institution card. It's really cool. And what else do I have? What other little card have we got? Zen Master. Oh, I love Zen Master. The mystic, gorgeous people, is playing with the energy of the Zen Master. Like, it's only when the mystic sits in the Zen of the universe, in the perfection of the truth, that more of these beautiful creation atoms start to circulate around to play with, right? So peace and truth are very big keys to the mystic. That's the Zen Master. And one more for fun. There's a few that popped out, but I was like, which one is for today? Let's go with it. Forgiveness. And what you don't forgive, you become. And so for some of us, and we touched upon it, it was this energy of disappointment, this energy of, I've given up on my life. I feel magical inside, but actually my magic isn't working on the outside. And, sometimes we get so full of resentment towards our life, towards the way life is, towards what's happening. And it sorry, I just was reading someone's comment in the section. I got distracted. I'll read the comment out. The what we don't forgive, we become. And so when we hold a lot of resentment towards a lot of things, we get embroiled and tangled up in the resentment or the hurt or the disappointment, and it stops us from playing with these creation particles, right? So you must forgive your life. Forgive. If you're still angry at your dad, your mom, or a certain partner or a certain thing in your life, or you're feeling pissed off about the world, you've got to forgive it. Like, forgiveness will set you free. And the mystic needs to learn to forgive, because if we don't forgive, we end up playing in the lower realms of life, and we don't get to play at the level of these creation particles. So yes. And yay, Zoe, you're the one I got distracted from. Zoe said last year, I recorded my reading with your oracle cards and everything came into manifestation. Oh, they're amazing cards. I'm so pleased. You can manifest with them too. They're just really beautiful. I tried to make them really there we go. Miracles and magic, of course, because that's what the mystic plays in. So anyway, avoidance, right? Avoiding your beautiful magical powers that you have inside. Trusting your brilliance. See how magical these cards are? Like, really trusting the deeper light, gifts, talents that you have inside. So these cards are a lot of fun. They're very chatty too. And they will, that was an interesting card that came up. Illusion. See all the things we talked about. That's how wildly accurate these cards are. Not getting caught in the illusions, letting go of all the lies and the manipulations and the red flags in your life to clear up your channel. So yes, have fun. We are welcome to the mystic season. This is what it's all about in my world. Come and hang out. There's something for everyone, whether it's a free thing, whether it's a little masterclass thing, whether it's a certification, whether it's a mastermind, whether it's a live event. There's something for everyone. As always, I try and accommodate everyone on all different levels, right? Whether you're just wanting to explore or just get a bit of a boost of light, whether you want to develop your excellence or whether you want to go deep and develop your mastery, it's all there, right? It's all there for you. So come and play. I welcome you in. And for those that have joined Millionaire Mystic, I see you tomorrow night. And we also have Quantum Manifestique. There's so much going on. I don't even know how I'm keeping up with it all, but I'm loving it. So that's happening next week as well. Gorgeous people. Have an amazing. Okay, one little story. I love telling a little story really quickly. Little story. So I was, life as a mystic. I've got so many stories. Hang about. I think I'm going to start telling you some more stories around my life as a mystic over the mystic season. So look out for these lives, because I've got some wild and wonderful stories to tell. But this is not so wild and wonderful. But I was taking down my Christmas tree, and we celebrated Christmas for a whole month, and I was done. Before New Year's, I was like, this tree has to come down. I took all the ornaments off it, and I started to cut, and it was cathartic, taking the ornaments off, taking off all this emotion and a lot of stuff, what happened in the Christmas period and the year and stuff like that, because it felt like it was an end of a year, an end of a cycle. I'm cutting through this tree, and as I'm cutting it, I feel like all this old energy I'm cutting through at the same time, right? And then I cut through this tree, and I was like, oh, it's a 5-year-old tree. And I had to cut this 5-year-old tree in different places, right? And it was the most cathartic thing I ever done. I was like, you know what, universe? Any of the resentments, any of the unhealthy ties, any of the unhealthy mindsets over the last 5 years, which is pre-COVID, I'm going to cut through, and I'm going to release, and I'm going to forgive. And I used that Christmas tree as a cathartic release of all the things which no longer served me. And so, I just want to let you know that when we become a mystic, the everyday becomes a magical journey to travel deeper and deeper into this universe, right? A magical journey to travel deeper and deeper into ourselves, and a magical opportunity for us to get clearer and clearer, all the time. Things are talking to me like a rabbit crosses my path. I'm like, first rabbit for the year, animal medicine. It brings a new aliveness, it brings a deeper communication with with the universe. And I love it because for me, the divine universe is my ultimate friend, my dearest lover, is my greatest partner, my mentor, my teacher. And so I love developing this connection more and more with the universe on many different ways through ordinary life, right? Through ordinary life, particularly. So this is the path of the mystic. So expect the unexpected. All right, gorgeous people. I see you somewhere. Hi, Kirk. Sorry, and I see lots of little familiar faces here. I didn't say hello to anyone. But hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I just get so deep into the teachings. Sending you so much love. I love you all. I see you tomorrow. I see you next week for the free stuff. Whatever it is, come join me. Bye. Bye-bye.